and welcome to Connecting with Karen Nance. And I'm excited to have Larry Jones back on the show from the OK Oakland program. Welcome, Larry.
Good morning, Karen. Thank you for having me again.
Of course. And so it's been a few months since you were last on our show. And so, are there any updates you'd like to share with us regarding the OK Oakland program?
As a matter of fact, I do. During our last conversation, we were in the process of getting some things done, and I can report that we have actually accomplished a few things that we've been trying to do to move the program forward. And some of those things I can share with you. Some things we're still working on, but for the most part, the biggest accomplishment that we've made so far is that we've acquired a camp for the
Wow.
program that we can use for our MDLA program. And MDLA stands for Manhood Development Leadership Academy. And that's something we
Mm.
started a couple of years ago, but we were using a camp up in Ruth, California. And that particular property we were trying to acquire, and it didn't go through. So then, since October, the last time I talked to you, we were in the process of trying to find another place, and we were lucky enough to find the place up in Weaverville. To be exact, it's Trinity Center, and it's a camp that was up for sale, and our funder helped us acquire that property. And we went to closing in December. So now, in the last, I'd say in the last month, myself and Sergeant Smith, our COO, who has been instrumental in trying to get this thing done, he and I have been up to Weaverville quite a few times to make sure that we get everything straight. We have a few things to do. We won't have the camp running the way we want it probably until next year, because there's so many things that we have to make additions to. But it is an actual operating resort. So, it's going to be, we want it to be self-sufficient after a while.
Well, that is amazing. So, what's the age group first for the eligible students that will be able to participate in the OK program, Oakland? And tell me about the camp. What is the plans? It'll be so 2025 is when you're expecting to have it all opened and ready for students and campers to come.
Yes. Group that we serve in Oakland is 12 to 18. So middle school to high school. And as I mentioned before, we have quite a few things in place to make sure that we help these boys be successful once they get out of high school, and have them prepared to get and graduate out of high school, tools that they actually need. And I don't know if I mentioned the last time during our conversation that we have two Alameda County juvenile probation officers assigned to the program to help us out with that. And their primary position is their primary title is Pathways Coordinators. And we put together a 25-step plan to help the high school boys. We start with them as juniors, and we follow them, and they have to meet all of these steps to make sure that when they graduate, they're prepared to step out of high school into the world. We partnered with U.S. Bank to teach financial literacy. So we talk about savings, budgeting, investing, how to use your credit card, and income taxes, of course. So they talk to them about that. That's a once a month thing that they do, our facility. And that's been a great partnership as well.
So, OK Oakland is out of obviously Oakland, California. And does it serve only Oakland residents and Black males between 12 and 18? Is that the criteria to be in the program?
Yes, well, that's the criteria. We primarily are in Oakland, and to be a part of the program, you have to, at least to get the benefits of the program, you have to be at the schools that we have the officers assigned to. So we had officers assigned to West Oakland Middle School, which feeds into McClymonds High School. Then we have Elmhurst Middle School, which feeds into Castlemont High School. And so if you're at either one of those schools, at either one of those middle schools or high schools, that's where you will get the most benefit. We don't discourage other kids from being a part of the program if they're in that age group, but we also have to let them know that in order to get the full benefit of what the program is providing, it would be in your best interest to be at the school, because the officers are at the school every day. So they keep up with your grades, they're in contact with your teachers, and they can make home visits. If you live in another city and you want to be a part of the program, then we're out of touch with you, because we don't know, what's actually going on at your school, because we don't have that jurisdiction. We don't have that jurisdictional relationship. So primarily the
So,
program is for Oakland kids.
but the OK program is located in other cities as well. Is that right?
Across the country, yes. That Oakland, California is the only OK program.
Wow.
There's a program
And
in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a program. There's a program in Little Rock, Arkansas, Monroe, Louisiana, and I think these are the only programs that are actually up and running right now. The founder, Deputy Norcross, former Sacramento County Sheriff Deputy, he is trying to get other cities involved. But for right now, these are the only chapters that are actually in effect.
Wow. So how long have you been involved as a volunteer with the program?
As a volunteer, I've been around about 15 years, about 14 years. I retired from the Oakland Police Department in 2007 after 19 years. And, after I retired, I wanted to do something, meaningful with my life, with retirement. And this program came along, and I said, okay, good. Mentoring would probably be something that I could get behind, especially mentoring boys. And once I got into it, I really liked the way the program was structured, and I saw that it had potential to really do some good, and that's why I've been around as long as I've been. Because we are moving forward. It's been a bumpy road, but we moving forward right now. And hopefully this what we have started here in Oakland will be a part of all of the chapters across the country once they get started. If they see our model, how we've been able to get partnerships to make the program grow and bring all of these different things to help these boys.
Well, I just want to acknowledge your 19 years of service in the line of duty, and that is just incredible and rare for a lot of us to really understand, especially the streets of Oakland as well as other big cities, but the challenges. But after that, also dedicating volunteering to help the young people in the community needs to really be acknowledged and commended. And I really want to thank you, and I can't express the gratitude that I feel, because it makes a difference to have this type of program in Oakland and in other cities. And I'm glad that it's basically the start, right, for other cities to take advantage of the success. And having the camp is just incredible. So is there a vision in terms of how
Yes.
long a camper would stay? Is it like going to probably start off as a 1 week program or 2 week program, or that's still in the works at this point?
Right now, we actually have a model that we've been using for the last, I say for the last year. The first couple of years was kind of growing pains, trying to figure out how we want the program to be structured. So basically, we have 2 camps, one for the high school boys, one for the seniors. We tried the first time, we had both together, and that was just a little bit too much. So we had to separate it. So we decided that we're going to do one camp for one and one for the other, and it's about a week long, from Tuesday to like Sunday. I think it's a Tuesday to Sunday thing. we have them there. We have classes for them. We do the same thing, kind of what we have in place on our Saturday sessions. So we talk about financial literacy. We talk about, we have cooking classes if they want to cook or something like that for them. Woodworking, if they want to do that. Um, we do fishing. We take them out to the lake and we do fishing with them. Archery, and some fun things that we try to incorporate. Obstacle course, where you get a prize. You know, your team is getting a prize or what have you. So we have it's a lot of fun for those days that we were up there at the camp. Try to teach them responsibility, teamwork, working together, stuff like that. Um, but we didn't do it last year because we were trying to get our stuff together. But this year, hopefully, we'll be able to take advantage of the camp to try to figure out how we're going to work that, because it's a lot of space that's available. And like I said, it's actually a working facility. It's a resort. So people who have been coming there regularly expect to continue to go there in the summertime. But we have to block off at least 2 weeks during the summer for our activities. And we try not to impose too much on the running of the business, so to speak. So that's going to be our challenge, to try to fit our 2 week event into the schedule of the camp, of the resort. But so far, so good. Like I said, this is our first time. So we got 2 caretakers up there that's taking care of the property. It's basically open from May to October. And of course, this time of the year, it's rainy and snowy up there, so nobody goes up there, So,
Okay. Wow.
but
So
other
probably
than that,
for,
I'm looking forward
yeah.
to.
So I was just going to say, you describing it, I'm sure that for a lot of the participants in the OK Oakland program, this is going to be the first time that they've ever had an opportunity to even go to a camp. And it sounds amazing, and travel that far from home. So it's going to be an eye-opening and enriching experience for them as well. So that's life-changing for a lot of them, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. We have a lot of boys who've never been outside of Oakland. So,
Hmm.
like I said, we've done this camp about 3 years, and we have a lot of return kids who, move up as far as grades go. So we got some high schoolers that have actually been to the camp before. So they look forward to it. They actually look forward. They ask us, when are we going to the camp again next year? And then we say, no, not last year we didn't go, but
Okay.
they're looking forward to going out there. They have a lot of fun. For some of them, it's a little bit of a shock to be that far away from home because their phones, they don't have any phones or any kind of electronics up there. It's just us and nature. Just got to deal with that.
Right.
Um, and some of them are, a little bit, haven't been away from home like that, so they miss their comfort. They're out
Right.
of their comfort zone. They're in a room with other boys, which they're not used to sharing space. So,
Hmm.
and that's one of the things, you got to share space with somebody else.
Right.
And you have to work with that person. You really have to work with that person. You're like a teammate, so to speak.
Hmm.
So it's a little form, and you can't get on the bus and say I'm leaving, because there is no bus. There is
You're
no
there
bus
for
for
the
you to leave.
duration.
You're there for the duration. You're a captive audience, so to speak. So
Well,
that's it. You got to deal with it. And usually, I think the first couple of days, it's a little bit of a adjustment for them. But I tell you, by the end of that week, they've really enjoyed themselves. They really enjoyed it, and a lot of the attitudes have changed. Their perspective on a lot of things have changed. So they come back, a little bit better than they were when they got on that bus.
that's great to hear. So let's take a break right now for those who haven't seen this video about the OK Oakland program. It's amazing. And so let's take an opportunity to watch this video and come back with Officer Larry Jones.
I started the OK program to empower African American men to improve our community. I was frustrated with the high rates of incarceration, homicides, just all the things that was plaguing our community. You know, when you look at the problem with black boys around the country, nobody has a solution to it but black men. We're the missing link. 72 or 73% of African-American households are there headed by single mothers. And I realized that when you let boys know that you love them, you can let them know what you're not gonna tolerate. And the only way you could do that was really mentoring, man, really getting to know these boys, letting them know you believe in them, you love them, you support them, but we weren't gonna tolerate drugs, gangs, teenage pregnancy, and poor education any longer.
The problems we have in the African-American community is systemic throughout the whole United States of America. They've got the exact same problem in Baltimore, Ferguson, St. Louis, LA, you just name it. We can stop it if we could get the OK program across this entire country.
I love the OK model because we're mentors, but in the OK program we call them teammates because this is a team mentoring concept. The biggest commitment we ask these men is to commit to 3 Saturday kick-it sessions, and the kick-it session starts at 10 and goes to 2 in the afternoon. The curriculum is already designed. The officer's been trained to facilitate the discussion with the boys, and then after that we have our lunch together, we pray over our food, and then we eat like a family, and then after that there's recreation, there's flag football, there's basketball. It's a lot of fun.
When you have a program that the police department has said, we're going to partner with the community, we're going to partner with churches, we're going to partner with schools, and we're not going to control this program. We're going to partner with you to address an issue dealing with African American males. I mean, that's phenomenal.
And we get these boys in the 6th grade, and we follow them all the way through high school. The boys earn things in the OK program by having good grades and good citizenship each grading period. And then they earn trips to amusement park, professional ball games, college ball games, award ceremonies where we invite the community to come out and congratulate these boys for doing well in school socially and academically. So there's a lot of incentives in the program for the boys to do well, but all of them have an opportunity to earn these incentives.
Prior to the OK program, they were about to give me 5 years in the YA, Youth Authority. And Deputy Norcross went to court for me. My own father didn't go to court with me. And he stood up in front of the judge and said, hey, I can't say I can change him, but I can vouch for him. He'll join this program, I'll work with him if you give him this opportunity. So it helped me really, really bridge the gap between myself, my family, and the police department.
It's not just a program that's mentoring kids, but it's bridging the gap between the police department and the community.
When you talk about Black Lives Matter, Black lives will really matter when we can get the OK program in every city in America. This is the time, the perfect time to get with the program.
Welcome back, Larry Jones, Officer Larry Jones, and we just had an opportunity to see a little bit of the program that OK Oakland puts on. And so can you elaborate a little bit on what we saw in the video, Larry?
So basically, Deputy Northcross about the importance of the program and why he started it. That's what he leads off with when he's doing his not kick it sessions, but the teammate training. So we have teammate trainings 4 times a year, and teammates are the volunteers who come out of these and help with the program. And when he talks about the program, he gives a synopsis of why it's important, why we have this program, why it was started, and how we can get this program across the country to help a lot of other communities who are dealing with issues. And for us, like I said, the main thing is, high incarceration rate, high dropout rate, low employment. So these are the things that we try to address. Even with our boys on Saturdays, we start small to get them to start thinking about what they want to do. And then we try to teach them how to get there. It's easy to talk about what you want to do, but you got to figure out how you're going to get there. So that's what we have to teach them about critical thinking skills and stuff like that.
So we can see how beneficial it is for the students and the participants. So tell me what you get out of it. What do you get in return? What is the best thing that makes you want to come back every year and volunteer?
My main reason for being here is to just give back. I remember when I was growing up, and we had male teachers in the schools, so we had that connection, that male connection, and a lot of that has gone away But I see the benefit here and giving these boys my perspective, a little bit of my experience, and I've seen it grow. When you think these kids aren't paying attention to you, they really are. You know, I've seen a lot of kids come through the program and they grew, but they come back. And when they come back, and they come back to you and said, "Hey, Mr. Jones, how you doing?" You know, and I said, "Hey, man, how are you? You know, is everything all right?" "Oh, man, I'm doing great. You know, I'm going to school right now. I'm in college, blah, 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 blah." You know, and it really makes you feel like, hey, I'm making a difference. When you think you're not, you really are. People are paying attention to what you're saying. Some of these kids are. So
And
that's what makes me come back.
Wow. Are a lot of them, would you say, don't have a father figure in their home? And so this opportunity to participate in this program gives them these male role models that they might not have at home?
Oh, definitely. I would say definitely. A lot of these kids don't have male role models in their homes, and they look for direction. You know, they're looking for direction from a male, even though they don't admit it. They don't admittedly come here and say, "I need your help."
The OK program of Oakland is a partnership between Oakland Police Department, the community, Oakland Unified, and Bishop Bob Jackson. And for the second time ever, the program awarded a car to a young man from Oakland.
I don't know. I'm lost for words. Definitely speechless. I really thank God for it. I didn't know how I was going to get a car. I'm thankful, man. Really thankful.
In 2013, Jason Saunders joined Oakland's chapter of the OK program. The OK stands for Our Kids, and it's a mentoring and leadership development model that focuses on African American males ages 12 to 18.
It's a great program, and I'm blessed to be a part of it and have gotten a chance to be a part of it.
Some parents know that their children are destined to do something, and I know that he had something promised to him.
Jason's mother, Alicia, signed him up for the mentorship when he was a 6th grader at Frick Middle School, which happened to be his 4th middle school that year.
Crowd I used to hang with before I got into the program, they were typical youngsters, you know, bad influences, did all the gangbang and this and that, and it wasn't a good influence for me.
This road has been rough, and to see him where he is today.
I got in trouble, I didn't see it all, I didn't witness everything to A to Z, and it was just like, what's next? Nothing else to come from this. So I was like, I just need to change my ways and adapt to a better lifestyle of school and whatnot. So
Jason went from a .25 GPA in middle school to graduating from Castlemont with a 3.5.
Mom is ecstatic, not just happy. I'm overjoyed, ecstatic, you name it.
Alicia and Jason say they're truly thankful to the Oakland police officers who serve as mentors.
I do value the police officers and the police women that are out here and amongst the ones that are around the world. It's unfortunate of the things that are happening and taking place, but I don't think they all had the opportunity to know some of these officers firsthand. I call them family.
The OK program says its ultimate goal is to improve relationships between law enforcement and African American communities.
Thanking God for the Oakland Police Department that works so faithfully with the OK program, and also the men of the 100 black men working with us and the community working together to raise those. They said all the time it takes a village to raise a child. So we are thankful to be able to celebrate this young man.
Jason's car was donated by Auto Plus Towing and Auto Body of Oakland. He will be attending California State University East Bay in the fall and is also in the process for the position of a police cadet at the Oakland Police Department.
We have fine African American young men that are doing a great job, and they're working with the police department. But the police is not there to lock them up. The police is there to help them not be locked up. And that's a paradigm you don't find anywhere in the country.
Police are not always bad people, in my opinion. I think they're good people, especially the officers that I have met and come across it with. I think they're great people, and they have truly helped me become who I am today.
Just so happy that he listened. He took the time to actually hear what I was saying, hear what the village was trying to tell him all these years, and continue to tell him. And here he is today, and his future is yet to be written.